Come on, man. Let's clap it up for one time for legendary. Let's clap it up one time for pioneers. Let's clap it up one time for innovators.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up one time for juggernauts. Let's clap it up one time for trailblazers.
Yep.
I'm talking about my brother right here when he first came out with the group 415.
Woo.
And they was 415ing. That's the name of the album, by the way. That was 415ing. DJ Daryl.
You better know it.
JD.
You better know it.
Who I'm missing? D-Lo.
D-Lo.
That was the group that made up 415. I know a lot of folks are saying, why is he so excited? Because their success, their exposure when they landed on the scene was inspiration to people like Sway and King Tech as well. We were making music at that time, but to see this man come up in the rap game, to me, was a true inspiration because I knew him before the rap game. And I'm reminding him of this right now, right? He is the quintessential Oakland native. If you ask me, his story, the way he grew up, it might be a little different what most people may think. What he's been able to accomplish over the year, that album came out in 1988. It's 2024, and the man is rapping better than he did in 88. I call him a trailblazer because he was a wordsmith in a way that we hadn't heard yet in Oakland, right? He was in the streets of the streets, but he rapped like a word lyricist. He was a scientist in the lab, and something about his voice made him stand out. He took a vacation, came back, went solo, and when he signed with Def Jam Records, he gave the whole Northern California Bay Area the credibility that it always had. But the world got to find out about it because of this man right here. We just played him with LaRussell. We're bridging generations. The one and only Double Lyor is here. Richie Rich is in the building. The fuck we talking about, Heather? I'm going crazy today.
Too hype. Hey, man, that's a hell of an intro, man. Shit, boy.
Come on, man.
Hey, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Heather. I mean, I listen to y'all in the morning. You know, I'm a citizen.
Thank you.
I'm a citizen. See, y'all don't be picking up when I be calling. You know, I be out early in the morning. You feel me?
do, man.
So I done called in a few times.
Oh, you did? We didn't pick you up?
What? No, no. What it is, y'all be answering calls and people don't even be on the other end. Y'all be going. You be like, hello, hello. Get to the next one. But I've been a citizen, man.
Yo, Rich, thank you, bro.
Sway be hanging up on people.
Quick.
That's not true.
Quick. He
Quick.
just said quick.
Okay, I do. But I never hung up on DJ Quick. All right, let me say that for the record. Let me say why this is really cool for me, because I could sit with Rich. Rich and I met, well, he don't remember. Rich was, and if I pull me back if you feel like I'm doing too much.
I bet.
All right, the thing about where we come from, before the pub, we have celebrities in the town that are like town celebrities.
Yes, indeed.
Right? And you could be a town celebrity and never have to leave the Bay Area and live a royal life. People are going to respect you for whatever reasons. Is it the work you put in? It's the way you dress.
You better know it.
Right? It's the car you drive. And when I first saw Rich, he used to come over where we stayed. My brother and I grew up on 23rd, off of 23rd, but my cousin Chuck used to live right across the street from Highland Hospital, where my mother worked.
Up there on that little hill right there.
That little hill. And then behind that, on East 32nd Street, we used to hop the fence to go over our friend Norvell's house.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Norvell and them had a yanking over there.
Man.
Yeah, they had a yanking over there. Norvell, Little Richie,
remember that?
Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Craig, Andre, Dre Meredith,
Yeah.
my brother T. Cal, Chuck, everybody was over there.
Right.
And Rich used to come over there in a different car.
Damn.
Every time you would come over in different cars, and we would be like, "Oh my gosh," because we were like teenagers damn near back there, right?
Right.
What do you remember about that time, man? You remember coming over there?
Yeah, so you know what's funny? I used to come over there to see Narv, and I didn't really know what was going on over there. I just used to come over there to see Norvell. I remember it used to always be about 7, 8 cats out there.
Yeah.
And Norvell had that green box Chevy, the gold ones on it.
Yeah.
So I used to slide through there, and I knew Norvell he was a young hustler, and I used to be in different whips. You know, I've been playing with them cars for a long time. Like you saying, in my city, the car was what made you. I don't care what you did. Your car was what you was identified by. You feel me? And I learned that being young, watching the Falcon Boys.
Who were the Falcon Boys? I mean, I know, but you got it.
So Falcons, it's a car. It's an old school Ford car. I was 12 or 13. I think I was in the 6th or 7th grade. I used to come down on 90th and Mack, and you would see these cars. They paint them all base white, and then they paint another color on the side, so they two-tone. So some of them would be red and white, or yellow and white, blue and white. But these was all old school cats, hustlers, and they used to have the cars on the spokes and Vogues.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 10 or 15 of them. They come down the street zigzagging like this, and they just turned me out. I mean, they turned me out. That was it, huh? That was it for me. And that's when I started chasing the cars. But like you said, you can be famous in Oakland and never leave the city parameter. Yeah. Like and really live a celebrity style life. You feel me?
You the Falcon Boys. Oh my gosh, man.
Keith Hammond, Worm. Yeah, all the old school cats. You feel me?
We'll talk about, if I said Zeniths versus Dayton's. First of all, when you name these, you know, Vogue tires, you gotta say to the audience it's tire. Spokes and Vogues, but Zeniths versus Dayton's, because if you had a Zeniths, that put you in a certain status because of what they cost. What are they?
Okay, so a Dayton is a spoke wheel. A Zenith is a spoke wheel. The Dayton wire is the one that they ride now that you see in Miami on most of the dunks, the big spoke. They both the two different companies that really create the same wheel, except the Zenith had a thinner spoke and it had a big center knockoff. We roll Zeniths in the town. Yeah. So the Vogue is the tire with the white wall with the little yellow line. We call it. You might hear 40 refer to it as mustard and mayonnaise.
Yes.
So we ride spokes and Vogues in the town. Zeniths and Vogues is like, to get that, it was almost like getting a degree from college. You know, you get a degree of Family B juice, you get you some Zeniths and Vogues. It's like you made it. Like, no, for real. I mean, because everybody couldn't afford them. They was $3,500 for the straight lace triple gold with the Vogue. That's what they cost in the store.
That's how much everybody.
That was a
Suede have one?
Hell no. Do you see? I said I was watching him.
What's so dope about what she just said? She said, "Did he have one?" It's four of them because these are wheels just on the car. She said, "Did Sway have one?" Yeah, like
one wouldn't have got
That's
you.
how ladies are. They're like, "Did Sway have one?" Yeah. If he had one, he would have needed three more.
You still losing even with one. Damn. One was $3,500.
No, but I want to give y'all. I said Rich is quintessential Oakland, so I want to give you a little more layers. When people talk about the Bay, they always talk about the same slang. This is what built that. This time and era is what built that. The crack game was heavy. You could smell it in the sky. That's how much crack was on the streets of Oakland. You didn't know it till you left Oakland and you came back. What's that smell? You know, they burning. Yeah. Rich, you also had an affinity for cougars, coug nuts, and then bikes, because when we were at the Tupac street renaming, I was able to host it. Rich brought me and showed me the bike. So talk about that.
So that's a Harley Davidson. I started riding Harleys. I bought my first Harley in '96, I think. I rode it in the video, Let's Ride, when a lot of cats were still riding Rice Rockets, jet bikes. Tupac, he was a good friend of mine, and when he passed away, I built a bike in his honor.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And the bike is called Machiavelli, and that's what I brought up there. It's got the 30-inch front wheel. I'm trying to see if I got some. Okay, here you go, Heather, so you can see what.
Pass that around, Heather, because I want to keep him focused here. He's
That's
going through his phone. Rich doing everything.
That's Machiavelli right there.
And that's the bike you
That's
made.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's him. So I built this bike for him, and we painted all his murals and stuff all over the bike. You know what I mean? Just something, because he still want to hang out. So I take him to the bike set.
Pac still want to hang out?
Yeah, and I got him in the house. So I smoke. He be wanting to hit the. I put the weed over because you see the murals on the bike. It's realistic. It's a nice motorcycle right there.
So Pac hit the joint. His picture is on the tank, the gas tank.
It's on. I got a picture of him on the tank. One on each saddlebag. One on the back fender.
And so you put the joint up to his picture?
Yeah, and I swear it looked like he hit that thing. You hear me?
Yo, that's beautiful.
I mean, that's how I wanted to. A lot of people when Pac died. Did a bunch of interviews. I turned down all the interviews. I feel like me and his memories is me and his memories. Yeah. You feel me? I turned down a lot of money for interviews. People wanting stories. This is how I chose to remember my dude. Put him on this bike. I don't know if y'all can see that mural of him right there.
Wow. That bike is crazy. That bike is crazy. Wow.
I didn't want to.
I missed.
Yeah, we didn't want to touch your phone.
Oh, no, no, that thing is crazy.
That's
so that's
beautiful.
how I wanted to, remember my brother like that.
How did y'all meet, you and Pac?
Oh man, can I tell you how we really met?
Yeah.
Okay. a chick named Teresa from Berkeley. Shout out Teresa from Berkeley. Right? We met through Teresa. Teresa called me. She was like, Rich, you got some weed? I said, yeah. She said, I got this guy out here from Oakland. He want to buy some pot. She said, and he a cool nigga. I think y'all might hit it off. I said, all right, what's up? She said, and he be smoking. I said, all right, he over there with you now? She said, yeah. I said, all right, so I'm going to pull up. So I pulled up. So the whole time I'm driving, I'm like, did you just call me and tell me it's a nigga? Because me and Teresa, you know, we kind of, yeah, it was like that. But I wasn't tripping, you know, player. We can keep it player.
Keep it player.
Keep it player.
We keep it player.
Player.
So I went over there and I met him. Cool dude. Wanted to buy some weed.
What did he say to you when he met you?
So we was 415 at the time.
Y'all was
and
still
we was still hot.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, man, I'm up on your music, this, that, and the other. You know, I do music too. And that was right around, like, he was on the Brenda's Got a Baby. It was right around Digital Under. So I wasn't up on him, but I had heard the Brenda's Got a Baby shit. So he's like, man, let's do some records too. We can fuck around. I said, well, we on that gangster shit. I mean, you on the Black Power. We gonna keep it right there. And he was like, no, for real. So we just started hanging out smoking. It started with weed. And we didn't get to music until later on in life. It's crazy, like, I get a bunch of people be like, you got any pictures with you and Pac? I know y'all got some old pictures. How many times do you and your friends just be walking like, hey, let's get some pictures of us?
Yeah, bro.
When you homies, you don't do that. You ain't
bro.
looking at.
True.
I didn't know he was going to end up being who he ended up being, you know. So we linked on the first song with Warren G.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got a lie to kick it. We
You
went
ain't
to
got a
LA.
lot of kickers. A
Yeah.
couple of y'all on there,
Yes,
right?
Yeah, we went down there. Me and Pac went down there, hooked up with Warren. Warren pulled up cool as a motherfucker in an 84 Cutlass with a cup of gin and juice. Pulled up to the studio, came in, laid the beat. That was the first time I did some music with Pac. And then from there, after the Loonies, this is a good story. Okay. So when I did the 5 on It remix.
Okay, first of all, let me put that in context. Okay, I got 5 on it. Easily the biggest Cannabis song in the history of weed songs, right? With the Loonies, and they did a remix. Alex Mejia from KMEL, who's a part of our Big Show team, at one point managed me and King Tech, had this idea, let's get everybody on it, right? And you were the first person that we wanted to get on that remix, right? And, okay, go for it.
All right, so I did the Loonies remix. Now, this was when I was just coming home. You said I had that little stint where I had to go away. I came home. First record I jumped on was the I Got 5 on it. Pac wanted me on his album, but I was being not sued, but Jed, who produced the 415, I was still under contract with them, and I had stopped doing business with them. So he had it to where I couldn't do no work. You feel me?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's why I was
silent.
silent.
It was a whole drought.
That's why I was silent. I was under contract because I'm going to tell it on air, and I hope you listening, Jed. When I got arrested, my bail was $8,000. I called Jed. I said, I need some money. He said, for what? I said, I'm in jail. He said, don't call me, nigga. I'm asleep. And hung up the phone. But I had never took. This was my executive producer for the first album, this one that we talking about, this 415 record. Hustler, big boy from the town, big paper. That's how I used to go. The big paper boys invested in the rappers.
The street, dudes on the street. Yeah.
But I was hustling too, so I never. He used to take us out and pay us like every couple months. Me, DJ Daryl, and D-Lo, give everybody $2,500. I told him, hang on to mine. I'm good. He hit me off when it's like something big, like 20, because I never was good at saving money. I saved cars. You know, I get a little money, buy another car, buy a bike, buy a Rolex. You feel me? So that's how I was saving things. I wasn't good at saving cash. So he really owed me about 20, because it was about 10 of them trips that I didn't take no money on. I needed $8,000. The boy told me, don't call me, I'm asleep. Yeah, so I figured it out, bailed out, and that's when I stopped doing business with them.
Okay, that's what happened with
So,
415.
Daria Kelly, you know Daria?
Daria worked at Leopold's, or where she worked at?
Daria worked at Leopold's.
Yeah.
She promised me, she said, I'm about to get a job at Priority. I'm going to get you guys a deal. Okay? I was like, okay. She really did it. But what happened, I had got caught up. So they went ahead and did the deal with Priority without me. Jed, Loke, and DJ Daryl, and then they put Brother Broski in the group. So I guess they thought I was going to be gone forever. When I came home, Brian Turner flew me out to try to get me to get back into the group. This is a true story. I'm going to give it to you raw.
Brian Turner is the president of Priority Records.
Okay. So imagine you put a group together, because I put that group together. I built 415. I went and interviewed D-Loke. I went and found DJ Daryl. Jed was the money, but I was the mind. I put that together. I get myself in a little twist out there hustling. I go away. The chick that I know tells me she's gonna get us a deal based on the hots that she had for me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. They go ahead and do the deal anyway, behind my back. When I come home, I figure out what's going on. They say, hey, Brian Turner want to fly you to L.A. I said, for what? I'm not doing no business with y'all. He said, Lise, please take the meeting. I flew down there. This is a true story. I had $1,200 to my name. Brian Turner got me in there. It was me, Jed, DJ Duro. He said, hey, we already recorded the record. New Niggas on the Block. The one that
was
that
the
tanked.
album, the second album.
It tanked. It didn't work. So, because I wasn't on the record. So it tanked. And I didn't know that it wasn't going to work. I really thought
it was going to do well because y'all had a lot of momentum with 415.
And Loke is a phenomenal MC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Loke is a phenomenal. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's going to blow. In short, Brian Turner says, Rich, we already finished the record, but we want to put you on some remixes, possibly, and put you on the next album. I was like, I can't do no business with these dudes. He's like, all right, give me a second. He ran in his drawer, pulled out the binder on me, flipped it open, checked, did the whole shit.
Uh-huh.
Brian, I hope you listening. Did the whole shit, grabbed a pen, did some scribbling, tore it off and slid it across. 25,000.
Man.
Right? I had 1,200
in your pocket.
to my name. It wasn't in my pocket. Oh, yes, it was. Because you're going to take mine, you got to take it off of me. You're right. It was in my pocket. I looked at the check. I slid it back. I said, I ain't going to be able to do it. I just didn't trust him no more after that. You feel me? If you got some guys that's, it wasn't like we was day ones.
Yeah.
You know, but we met in the business. I thought we had something cool. So I tore off from that. When I came home, Pac and the Loonies was the first people who embraced me like, hey, we want to get you on a record. Loonies put me on the I Got 5 on the remix. I did my thing on that. Then Pac asked me to get on his record. 40 did Dusted and Disgusted.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't rap on that, but I said a few words. You remember when he said, what's the definition of a lick?
Yeah.
I said, taking the niggas. 40 said, taking the niggas shit. I say, put that on something. He said, I put that on the click because I was under contract. 40 wasn't going to touch me because Jed was still.
So you couldn't even do verses in the studio?
That's why I wasn't on Dusted and Disgusted. I just said 2 words. Because what I did is I disclosed to 40 and everybody, this dude got me under contract. If you put me on the record, he might tie your record up. When it got to Pac said, he going to have to sue me. I need my nigga on this record. And then that's when we did, what you call him?
Which one?
On the Me Against the World. Certain niggas want to stick to the game, use a trick to the game. Waiting upon your turn or something. Heavy in the game.
Heavy in the game. I got that written down somewhere. I couldn't find that shit.
And from there, dude, we just start kind of meshing, right? And then I just start watching this nigga. He just start growing and taking off and taking off and taking off. And he was telling me, get signed, get signed. I was like, what? He said, get signed. I said, who should I sign with? He said, anybody, nigga, you dope. Because he had already been doing his thing. He moved to L.A. This is Pac we talking about. Couldn't keep up with this nigga, right? So I finally went to Def Jam, did that. And, dude, it was weird.
But you say that like it was just easy. I finally went to Def Jam and did that. There wasn't nobody from Northern California. Burley the what? Was Warren there yet?
Yeah, I think Warren was there. You know how I got to Def Jam?
How?
Tina Davis.
Who was from where?
The Lyor.
There you go, Tina Davis.
If it wasn't for Tina, let me tell you, I met Tina in a hotel room with 40 before a show. We was all sitting in there. 40 was getting prepared for a show, and I had a tape. It was tapes back in the day. I said, we was listening to the music, and Tina was like, "That's you?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Let me take that tape with me." I said, "Where you gonna take it to?" She said, "To Def Jam. I'm gonna get you a deal." And I was sitting there like, okay, eject that shit, give her the tape. And she took it, and nigga, she stood on business. They called the meeting, and she lined it up.
Who signed you?
Lyor, Cohen, and Russell, direct.
That's how you got Russell in the video?
Hey, you know what's crazy? The crazy shit about the Russell in the video, hella people was like, bro, how did you get Russell to get in your video? I said, I just asked the nigga.
You know what? That's a life lesson.
Hey,
He said, I just asked.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, shout out Lyor Cohen and Russell Simmons, Kevin Lyles, all of them, Julie Greenwald,
Mike
Kaiser,
yeah.
Gabby.
Guys.
They let me see the backside of the music game when I signed over there.
Explain that. What did you see?
So basically, you know, like I said, I was hustling. They met me with a Rolex and an S500. You feel me? So Russ and them respected me as a hustler. So they let me see what this shit really was. I remember Lyor telling me, he said, I'm gonna tell you a story. Let's Ride came out.
Yeah.
He did Let's Ride. That was the first single off my album.
Yeah, that was a banger.
And the box was the video shit back then. Remember the music box?
You got the order.
Call and request.
Yeah.
Boom. So I'm sitting at the house. My single is out. Russell and them, they got me right. I got big billboards in the town. I mean, it's bigger than big. You imagine you take a guy who already has like a street thing going, and then bam, that. I mean, it was just lining up. So the video goes #1 on the box. I'm juiced. Pick up the phone. I call Lyor. I said, we #1 on the box. I told you. He said, yeah, I know, Richie. I bought the spot. Let me give you a second. I'll call you right back.
There it is.
I said,
You know what?
But how ironic is that? The owner of the person running the label say, yeah, Richie, we bought those spots.
Hey, he said he bought the #1 spot, and I'll be honest with you, that shit hurt. Because I thought I had did that shit, right? I thought people was requesting that.
Yo, you thought they liked you.
Hey, bro.
Thought it was me.
And Lyor firsthand walked me through this game and told me what it was and what it wasn't. He said, Richie, let me explain something to you. He used to talk like this. He said, Richie, it's all payola. Just understand these things have to happen. We have to grease the wheels for everything to go the way it goes. I could make your grandmother the hottest woman in the country in 6 months.
What year was this?
96.
1996. We're in 2024.
Hey.
When you see the headlines about UMG being petitioned for doing that kind of marketing and promotions and pay y'all off, what do you think?
Bro, I seen it firsthand. Like I told you, Lyor told me straight up. He was like, bro, the reason I'm telling you these things, Rich, is because I like you. Russell likes you. And we don't want you to get down the road and when this shit is over, you be spent somewhere and fucked up. And we know you're not that type of dude. This thing is all payola, okay? I can make you the hottest man in the building. And then I'm going to tell you something else. When I left the label, they gave me a player play on that. People was going around saying, Rich got dropped. I was only on Def Jam for 1 year. I did one album. Next album we recorded was about to come out. Russell and Lyor called me into a meeting. This time Russell talking. He like, we about to sell the company, Rich. He said, and we don't know, who it's going to end up with. So we're going to give you the option to leave if you want to leave. We'll take the record that you just recorded, which was my sophomore album, which ended up being The Game that I released it. We'll give you this record and $100K, and you can go on and do your thing. Because if we not here, I don't know, what's going to happen to you, right? So Damu and Tume was my manager at the time.
Damu and Tume, rest in power, rest in power, rest in power.
Damu was my he was my manager at the time.
What up, DJ Keon? What's up, Shell?
Damu was like, let's take the money, nigga. We can get a deal somewhere else. I said, all right, it's a bet. They gave me the 100. I put $79,000 down on my first house. Be Legit told me, nigga, buy the house before you go buy a boat or some silly shit. Because I was going.
Be legit. 40s,
yeah, shout out Be Legit.
Yeah.
He told me to buy a house. I spent $79,000 on my first house. And Lyor told me, Lyor started talking. Lyor said, Rich, we're selling the company to Edgar Brothman for lots of money. It's really not a sale. It's more like a merger. I was like, all right. He said, and we just don't want to see you get shelved. We don't know who's going to be running the shit. So if you want to stay, it's good. If you want to take the money, it's up to you. We decided to take the money. This what happened. They sell it, right? Lyor said Edgar and them got at him and said, we want to fire the whole staff, and Lyor, we're going to keep you. Lyor said it don't work like that. He said, these are the people that built me. If they go, I go. Edgar Brothman said, I can respect that. We're going to buy it, and you and your people can keep running it. Now, had I stayed, right? Had I stayed, it could have been up, right?
Yeah.
But now let's just go zap from then to now and all the shit that's popping
now
that we don't have to speak on.
Yes.
God spent me out this way and around the long way, and I was all right with that. And I just did that and won't. And fuck, what is 96?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? 38 years later.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up here with my brother. You looking exactly the same.
And
Heather
so
and you looking
come
the
on,
same.
man. Look
We
at us,
back
man.
around
Get out.
here,
Come
you
on, man. We
Come
up in
on,
there.
bro. Come on,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Come on,
Won't
bro.
God do
Yeah.
it?
Come on, bro.
Won't he do it?
Listen.
Hey, won't he will? Won't he will? And I done lost.
And you got a house.
I done lost people in this game. Shakir Stewart,
Yeah.
good brother.
Shakir
Pop,
Stewart.
good brother,
Shakir
and
Stewart.
countless other people.
Yeah.
And and we up here talking about music. We ain't up here talking about, you know, the old folks home that Rich is in or nothing like that.
None of that.
That sweat. We up here working. I say that to say this to anybody listening. I had to learn to quit pushing myself through life and let life pull me through at the pace that I was supposed to go. Because I'm a pusher, and I pushed myself into a lot of corners and a lot of difficult places. It's good to have drive, but it's also good to be driven as long as you're being driven by the right thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And everybody in this room has an instinct. Yours is keen to your body, his is keen to his, yours is keen to yours. So what I see a lot of people do is what they see somebody else doing. Man, listen to your signal, because everybody got one.
Everybody
And
got
if you
one.
follow that signal, that's all I've been doing my whole life. I've been just following that signal, bro. And it's been keeping me fresh, bro.
I love it, man. Give it up for Double R. Richie Rich is here, man.
What a story.
Yo, y'all, we ain't tapped into. How much can we tap into? Your evolution from the street to now. You know, Rich. You know, California. We see now when it comes to cannabis is, to me, the vanguard of the cannabis industry. You know, California, Northern California in particular, is where the culture comes from, in my opinion. You know, and I didn't partake.
Right.
But you were known for. You even rapped about it. You know, what was the lyric?
The zips be so fluffy the whole time.
Love me. You know.
Yeah, I partake heavy.
Yeah, in that. But if you look at it differently, you're part of the help to create you're one of the architects of the infrastructure we see now as the cannabis business. Was Burner around back then?
Burner has been around. To what extent, I don't know, but he has always been around weed.
Yeah.
Me in my journey of moving weed, I never came across Burner or did no business with Burner, but he was on the other side of the bridge. But Burner has always messed with weed. What's funny is we architect everything, go to jail for it, get killed for it, get frowned upon for it, and then they take it and put the twist on it, and it's gravy. I mean, it's what it is. You can't knock it. My daddy told me, he said, if somebody take your lunch money on Tuesday and you let them, and they come asking Wednesday, they not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They not wrong. It's crazy, Sway, to watch. I went to jail for pot.
What do you mean?
I just recently, I had a pot case. I was growing some weed in my crib. Just some weed to smoke, so it wasn't just but 50 plants. And got intertwined with some people who was in some trouble. They came to my house. I went to the feds. That's where I was at, 2012.
Wow.
Wait, listen, this is the coldest part. For weed, and when I was in the halfway house, the bus would pass by with a sign on the side telling you could get your weed over here at XY. I was like, how is they weed legal? And I'm in this. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. First time I went to a cannabis club was in Oakland, and it was scary to me. I was like, this don't even seem right.
Seemed like the setup.
Auntie was in there.
Yeah.
Grandma was in there. They just shopping. I'm on my phone. They like, you got to get off the phone. I'm like, okay, shit, get off the phone. Mm-hmm. I still don't really like frequent them places.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If you a real criminal, some shit just creep
Don't
you
feel
out.
right.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that predicament.
If you're a real criminal.
Now,
If you're a fake criminal, you be all right. You be all right, though.
Hey, they said what they said. Did this nigga just say if he was a real criminal?
Like, this dude's taking, there's a lot of fake ones, just like rappers. But the thing that was interesting about you, Rich, because you mentioned your father.
Right.
You didn't grow up in the struggle.
Not at all.
You grew up middle class.
Let me tell you my story. I come from up the hill, bro. My partner Willie Wright was from the Flatlands.
When we talk about the Flatlands,
From the flats, and Will turned me out. We was 12 years old. We was 12 years old. Will always had hustle. He had a paper route. I used to go down the hill, sit on the handlebars. He'd pedal, I'd throw. We was getting money with the paper route. Then once we turned 14, we started hitting meat trucks.
meat trucks.
Yeah, diesels. Like Will had this play. My daddy had a truck, a El Camino, and I used to go sneak out and take the truck. We would drive to Hayward, and we'd go in the what's that little section like where they got all the semis and shit. So they'd be back in these roads sleeping, but you could hear the freezer running on the truck. So they hauling meat.
Oh, the industrial area,
In
like
industrial,
D straight,
yeah,
Winton
Winton,
Ave.
there you go.
Okay, yeah.
So we would go down there. This was all Will's play. This nigga got bolt cutters. He'd be like, park the truck up there. Don't move till I come back and tap on the back of the truck. When I tap on the back of the truck, back up. I said, all right. He'd go back there, pop the lock, open it up. He come tap the truck. On God, you go back there. I'm talking about so much meat, my nigga. Let me tell you, we done broke in, packaged up and ready to go. We done broke in trucks that had half a cow's hanging, nigga. We're like, this too much meat. Yeah, we go to the next one. Hey, for real, let me tell you, this nigga Willie Wright is the reason. He's the reason I hustle the way I hustle, bro. This dude was so cold. We used to steal the meat, put him on this El Camino. I used to drive the truck. That motherfucker be sagging so low. Go to my mama and daddy house. Like I said, we lived up the hill. House with a big view of the city. My daddy worked in the shipyards, had good money. My mama had good money. All my square partners up top had paper. It was good. Man, I would unload that meat in my mama's refrigerator. My mama came home, dude. One thing about Sybil Sorrell, my mama didn't play no games. She was a contact sport type of person. Straight up. Rest in peace, Sybil Sorrell, boy. Cold. I mean, beautiful woman, but she didn't say shit 2 times. 1 time, contact. And that's how she moved. Straight up. So she is, and I could talk to y'all for days, but I'm going to tell you, she is the reason I did so well in the street. Because she was a bad motherfucker. So if you could slick Sybil, you could slick the town. It was easy. But we started hitting meat trucks, bro. And that's what we was doing.
Where Willie at now?
Oh, let me finish this. Will passed away. It's over. Wow. Will died when I was 17. Oh. Yeah, when we was 17. Wow. And dude, so with the meat, let me tell you the refrigerator story. I put all the meat in my mama's freezer in the garage. My mama come home, beat the brakes off a guy. I'm talking about, I drove a wedge between my mama and my daddy with this meat. Because my daddy the one said empty all that other shit out the refrigerator and fill it up with the meat. Right? So my mama like, that shit stolen. I don't want that shit in here. And my daddy like, Sybil, look at all this meat. This nigga got ribeyes, Sybil. God damn.
I'm weak.
We had
everything.
Meat. What? And we was I had the whole block. My neighbors was coming to the house like it was a rock
You were selling
spot.
packages.
What? What? My mama was like, now we selling stolen meat out the house, Leon? Sybil, look at this damn meat. So I remember we sitting down eating one night. My mama got shit going. Steaks is hitting. She forking it up, and I'm looking. I said, that steak. I said, Mama, this is some good steak. I said, and it's hot. And she said, shut up, Richard. I meant hot like stolen.
Eating that stolen meat.
Yeah, eating that stolen meat.
I love it, man.
He was jamming me up. I done got beat behind this stolen meat that you over there loving.
Yo, man.
Hey,
Yeah, get that a round of applause. That's a fucking amazing story, bro.
Yeah, that's how I started hustling,
Oh, man.
bro.
Hold
Meat
on.
packages.
That's how yo, there was a rumor, man, early on, man. You could you don't have to answer this. You was so famous. Rich was so famous, man. We thought we knew your business and didn't probably know shit because I'm learning stuff for the first time. They said you got caught with half a kilo in the wall.
In the walls.
That's true?
Yep, that's a true story. True story. Half a
At your mama house?
At my mama house. Once again, action packed. I told you. That's what I'm saying. This God took me around this back way because it was busy. So pushing. It wasn't like let me tell you. This is how he lines it up for me though. I did the rap. We was killing them with 415. Yeah. Got busted for the half a thing. That's when I went away. That's how I didn't, the dude and them did the record deal without me. they put it in the newspaper. It's all on the news, you know, and that added to the mystique. In my city, that makes you
Lord.
that makes you more the nigga. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you've been in a garage before. Some of them be sheetrock, some of them don't. If you ever seen the ones that ain't sheetrock, you just got the wood, and sometimes insulation. So our garage was sheetrock to halfway up the wall. So I would come in the garage and just tuck my shit like back. So it was in the wall, but they made it seem like they came in the house because they was like, Richie Rich was arrested today at his posh East Oakland home where they found 577 grams of cocaine buried in the wall. I mean, and I was like, okay, look at this. Hey, I took it and rolled with it.
You know what?
Hey, I mean, they made it look so sweet. I took it and rolled with it.
Wow.
And so yeah, they did. They found cocaine in the wall. Man,
yo, that was.
I come up here to try to get people to buy this album.
No, hold up, I got you.
And they gonna be like, nigga, where the dope, man?
Nah. Let me show you what I'm doing though. Let me show you what I'm doing because the album is called Richard.
You better know it.
I've never heard you
refer to himself as
Richard. I personally never heard Richard.
No.
Right, and so to me, that's giving me the impression that we're about to hear layers of who Richard is at a tune that we have yet to hear. The reason why I say this is because I was over there too where you used to go.
Right.
Okay, so all of us was over there where you used to go.
Come on,
all right?
Bro.
And that doesn't define who we are.
Right.
Right? Who we were as teenagers.
Right.
The skill sets we learned, you know, because we might have been misled or ill-advised, but we learned skill sets that are transcendent. Right. That now those things you learned as a hustler in the streets benefited you when you got into the music business, right? And then you fast forward, people want to define their lives by what happened when they were 19, 20, 21, or 26, 27, 28.
Right.
Your life is defined by who you are now, right? Who you are today.
Right.
And so when I see your story, I'm so happy because while all of this was happening, King Tech and I came ill in 1990.
I remember that.
Okay, and so we're playing all your music.
Right.
We're seeing the growth of Short when he signed the Jive, Spice One when he signed, 40, and then when they signed. We seen the Digital Underground when they signed. We see the evolution that's happening. Fast forward 30 years later, the legend is now connected with the new sensation, LaRussell.
Come on.
And see, this is who we could be at our best when our community unite and get rid of this bridge that the music business put between us, this generational bridge.
Come on.
LaRussell got game.
Man.
That I know he's lacing you with, and you got game.
Come on, bro.
That you're lacing him with.
Steel sharpens steel.
And today, y'all doing things people have never seen before.
Right.
Talk about that relationship. You went viral when you were performing at his house.
Yes, sir.
And your knee gave out.
Woo. Okay.
You said it.
Tore my lower patella.
Yeah. So kept rapping.
So the LaRussell thing happened organically. I posted a snippet of a record that I got called 615s, and I'm kind of just performing the record. Russ DMs me. He say, "Hey, Unc, you need to come to the backyard. You need to be rapping with us." At that time, I didn't really know who he was. I had been seeing him online, but I didn't know his story. So I tapped in with him. I said, when you say come to the backyard, what you talking about? So he gave me his address. I pulled up on him. They was over there rehearsing. He's like, you know the words to your shit? I was like, yeah. He said, I could pull you in on some shit. I said, yeah. So they was just rehearsing, fucking around. And boom, he put on a few instrumentals. I did a little rapping. He was like, I'm having a show out here. I want you to come fuck with me at the show. I said, check this out. I said, bro, I got tons of music. I said, but I just don't know how to release it. I said, it's different now. He said, I got you. He said, I got you. He said, I said, so this is my exact words. I said, can you do for me what Wiz Khalifa did for Juicy J? Can you make me cool again? You hear me? Yeah, I asked him. He said, that's the plan. He said, the culture needs it. And the rest is history. We've been linking. I got over there in that backyard, bro. I got over there in that backyard to do that show, the one where I hurt my leg. Juvie was back there.
Juvenile?
Yeah, because I guess Juvenile had a show out here. Juvie was back there, and he was on the stage right before me, and he was killing it. I mean, because, you know, Juvenile, he sound just like the record.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, he's
come on.
amazing.
I mean, just his performance, and that's what I come up under. We don't rap over vocals and all that shit. Like, you feel me? If you can't slide across the track without nothing on it, you don't need to be on it. You feel me? So Juvie was up there crushing shit, and I was hella anxious, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's an ethereal feeling in LaRussell's backyard. I mean, the energy. It's people back there that's 70 years old, and it's kids that's 7 months old.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. They got jumpers outside, and it's this energy. So LaRussell ends up saying, "What we doing?" So I know so I'm making my way to the shit, right? Juvie had just got off.
That's the name of y'all song, What We Doing.
The name of the song is What We Doing. And in my mind, I just really want to represent and let Juvie see me do my thing, because I've been a big fan of Juvenile. I'm a MC. I come from them days when it was a sport, and I can appreciate niggas that's nice. You feel me? Because everybody ain't nice. And niggas might have all the accolades, but everybody just ain't nice. So I was so juiced to do my shit. Dude, when I go up there, little Malachi come and he jumping, so I start jumping. Nigga, I don't jump. My knees cut a deal with me a long time ago. They said, nigga, we will support you with dogs and red and blue lights. Anything outside of that, don't count on us. Straight the fuck up. Straight up. I tore the patella on this one. I can show you the scar over here. I did this one like 15 years ago. My knees been told me what it is. Nigga, if it's a dog behind you, nigga, we got you. If the police behind you, nigga, we got you. Don't be playing no pickup games and all this park slot baseball. Stop, nigga, stop. So I'm up there jumping. And I swear to God, everything I'm telling y'all is gospel, because I don't do no playing. When I'm jumping, Sway, I swear to God, it felt like I was flying. Like, I couldn't even feel my nothing. Like, I like right now, I can feel shit. When my foot hit the ground, I can feel ankles, knees, all kind of shit. Dude, it was like I was floating, right? And I felt like I was jumping way higher. When I seen the video, I was like, fuck, that's as high as I was getting? Shit, I mean, it felt like I was coming off the rim, nigga. But it was kangaroo-like. It was just wow, right? And then something in my mind said, what the fuck are you doing jumping, Richard? And right after that voice said that, I landed. Now, the stage, the way his shit is set up, it's people all around there, all around the backs, and all around here. And it's some people here. I'm right here going this way. When I'm in the air, my plan is to land and turn and face y'all. And when I landed, that motherfucker said, chop, chop, pop, top, top. Folded like a lawn chair. I mean, it went down. I was on the floor. And, bro, it was crazy. It was crazy. And then people like, man, how did you do that? How did you know the freestyle out of the... And I tell them, freestyling, that's how I got in rap. So I can claim that part of it. But the dude that y'all saw, he exists. And I done seen this nigga like 3 or 4 times in my life. Whenever I get in like super despair, like I done been pulled over by the police drunk at a DUI checkpoint, and that nigga told him some amazing shit. And they was like, go ahead and go. Like, he done drove me home drunk from the Beehive. Like, he don't never stay long enough to shake my hand and introduce himself. But he can cover. He know how to ride motorcycles. He know how to lie to the police. He's dope. That's the same nigga that you saw when he folded.
If you know me, never underestimate the OG.
And here it is.
Through the block, in the drop with the knock, told Lyor. I'm the cool nigga in the Kevlar. Known for the kiddos and still dropping mid-offs. Bust a game down like an A for blow. Rocked it up, blew my knee. Do you see that, Joe? Still flowing, nigga, and I can't stand up. Niggas in the hood call a doc man up. What we doing? Fucking with a nigga on stage. What we doing? Blew my knee, acting out my age. What we doing? I don't really even give a fuck. What we doing? I need some fucking help up. What we doing? Somebody run and call a nurse. What we doing? I done blew my fucking knee first. What we doing? Baby, really talk, I can't move. What we doing? I don't know what I'm about to do.
Yo,
Hey, bro.
yeah, man, he got the new album. It's called Richard. It's on Even platform right now. We're going to play something from it in a second. But Even, how can people get the new music, bro?
The new music is available on Even.biz. Even is a platform that is leveling the playing field for artists to get directly to their fans. LaRussell put me up on this Even play, and it's decent. It's beyond decent. What Even does is they'll set up a tier system. You can set your own pricing. You can put your record up there for $1, $5, $5,000. You feel me? And they just help you get directly to your fans. Now, they're not a streaming platform, but what they do is get the fan direct to me and make the exchange. So what we're doing with Even is it's really for the real fans. I got some people in there I can show you paid me $500, bro.
For your album.
Yeah, for the album. $500. Some people spend $5, some spend $50, $25. So they have different tiers. Like at $25, you can get behind the paywall and you can see all my music videos. I got 4 music videos up right now. For just $5, you just access the music. For $50, you can get on a call with Rich, or possibly for $500, you can come to the studio and watch a nigga lay a actual song. Like, so they help you hustle and get you to your real fans. And then after that, we'll let the DSPs have it on January 17th. So it's a lot of people. It came out 12/6 on Even.
Okay.
So I got a lot of people talking, when it's going to be on Apple Music?
Nah, man, go to Even.
I said, man, go to Even.biz. Or you can wait. Because I can't treat these people like they my real fans and let people have what they got access to now. So Even is a dope platform. This is the dopest part about it. The people over there, you can call them damn near any time of day. They picking up the phone. Shout out Selena at Even. I mean, she lined this play up for me, and it's lucrative, bro. They pay out every day.
Every day?
Yes.
Even.biz pays out every day.
Daily.
Did you get citizens, go to Even.biz and put up some money for this album. It's called Richard by Richie Rich. You could put whatever you want. He just told you 5, 25, 100, 500. Have what you see.
I ended up going to Even.biz, and obviously they have a lot of artists listed and what they're doing. He talked about it being lucrative. It said, before Even, LaRussell had only made $30,000 in total streaming revenue. With Even, LaRussell made $95,000 in revenue his first month using this platform.
His first month.
You better
using
know
the
it.
platform.
That boy's a genius, man.
And it
Shout out.
says backed by more than 4,000 fans, an average of $24 per fan, which goes back to what you said.
It's crazy.
Do folks listen to the music on the Even app?
On the Even app.
Okay.
Okay, now, so I've had people ask me, they said, why I can't download it? I could open it up for download.
Okay.
She told me, she said, Selena said, Rich, if you want people to be able to download it, just let me know. That's just a setting. I said, no, I don't want them to be able to download it until it hits the DSPs.
There you go.
Once it hits the DSPs, then you make it downloadable. I mean, my thing is, if I'm a fan of somebody and I want to hear the music, I want to hear the music. I do know convenience is good. People like to put stuff in their playlist, and I get all that. But this may not be for you. This is for somebody who's willing to do what they're willing to do to support. I'm not saying you're a villain if you don't support.
Right.
What I'm saying is you won't get it until it comes to the DSPs. And I'm not saying that flagrantly, but I mean, that's just what it is.
Word.
Richie Rich, man, the legend is here. Give him a big round of applause, man. I cannot let this man go. Not just yet. Damn it. Our claim, swaying tech rise to fame, had a lot to do with bringing the industry into the Bay. All them early days of Black Sheep, Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, Tribe Called Quest, Nas, Biggie. We brought Biggie that year he came, right? Anthony Daughtry, who worked with me with Streetwise Promotions. We all was just trying to bring the world to the Bay. Right. Folks don't even know what was happening behind the scene.
Man, Gavin and all that.
The Gavin report, Timbisa, Brian Sampson, Kelly Wu from the Gavin. But we also did our ciphers that made the Bay, put the Bay, help add to the Bay's allure. And one of the things I always liked about Rich was his rap style. Quintessential Oakland MC. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now in for a treat. DB, drop a beat on it. Welcome to the Valley of the Hyenas,
Oh, shit. What is this? Give me some vibe. What's this? Can I rock to this? Hey, Richard, look. I came to New York. I was scared of the weather. Now I'm in here sitting right next to Heather. I'm fucking with my nigga Young Sway. I don't play. These niggas know that boy Richard rep the Bay. I got my iPhone on. I'm getting so even. These bitches know the nigga cause they know I'm a heathen. The water's a blizzard. My nigga's a wizard. These hoes talking shit but I don't eat chicken gizzards. I'm a boss motherfucker wearing Rolex. These hoes know what's happening, they knows goes next. I talk shit on the mic cause I do this thing. I be out here, but I don't rep no gang. I'm a town nigga, keep it round nigga. Ride Harleys out here on the ground nigga. I got a Cutlass too, and a drop cougar. I could fuck with Lil Mama, but she's a loser. I had to slide up to Sirius and get serious. Hoes talking shit, where's that nigga? He's furious. The boy is double, these hoes in trouble. I'm all on the mic, and I'm blowing these bubbles. Yeah, a old school nigga, I'm high tech. Like Sway used to fuck around my guy tech. You know what it is when I slide up on the mic. I freestyle for real, bitch, this is what you like. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in the mix. My iPhone's low. Can I use your charger? Niggas been in here, but Richie is so much harder.
Town, Rich.
I be coming from the town, East Oakland shit. Where I'm from, Sway, 106. MacArthur, nigga, is where we slide. Zeniths and Vogues is what we
about
ride.
Banks?
I used to ride around, smoke dank. I fucked around with the boy Banks. You know that nigga made beats for Short. And Short never smoked Newports. I'm a real motherfucker, I be talking it. You see me in New York, bitch, I'm walking it. These motherfuckers said I have no hair. I give a fuck, bitch, I'm next to Times Square. I be in this motherfucker just bouncing.
Come on.
These words be slick, this shit I'm announcing.
Come on.
Sway's universe is the freshest. And these niggas know Rich be dropping pressure.
Double R! Double R! We got a light up in this motherfucker! We got a light
That's some light work. That's light work. That's light work. That's some light work. That's just off the top.
That's off the top.
Yeah, that was just some light work off the top.
Man.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Yo, that dude's too man.
I come up in the era where this shit was a sport, though.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I got some gifts.
What
too.
you got, Rich? Come on,
Hey.
man.
Yeah,
While you
yeah.
do that, we about to wrap the show, but Sheila wanted to say something.
Sheila.
She's in Las Vegas. Go ahead, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila.
Hey everybody! One, I just gotta say I am so excited to join this morning. I'm from Oakland. I'm from the East as well, and I'm used to hearing you guys on KMEL. So
That's right.
it's so crazy that as a kid, I was listening to KMEL, and I'm bringing my kids to school, and I turn on the radio. I'm like, of course I'm listening to Sway. And I'm like, wait, something about the West Coast. I'm like, get out of here. Richie Rich is home. So anyways, I just want to say y'all made my day. Richie Rich, I love what you ain't never. I heard what you said about could LaRussell do what Wiz did for Juicy J, but you always been that. You always been that. So just know that.
That's
I
love.
appreciate you, baby.
But no, I just had to come and show you guys so much love. It just was a full circle moment, listening to y'all, and then I got my kids in the back. I'm like, today gonna be a good day.
What's your
That's what's up.
What's your kid's name?
Amora and Aaliyah. I have twins. They're 3.
Amora
wow.
and Aaliyah, you are beautiful. I hope you can hear our voices right now.
Yes, indeed. Amora and Aaliyah.
That was a legend right there, Richie Rich. Your mama play it back for you in years. You'll be able to comprehend who just said that. All right. Sheila, you, Amora, and Aaliyah are citizens.
That's Sway in the morning.
All right, Rich.
Yeah, and I'm a first-time caller.
Take that. Welcome to the tribe. Oh, yo.
Thank you guys, showing so much love, and y'all have a good day.
You
Have
too.
a good holiday.
Happy Wednesday.
Rich, what you got for us, man, before we
man,
cut
so,
out?
So look, I brought some
those are
gifts.
nice.
Now, so who is wearing a medium? Now this right here.
Nobody, no.
That's you?
Kalani.
So I'm-
Elijah.
that's how I was pushing it in '89. That's
like this.
That's
That's
me.
hard.
That's the car culture we talking about.
Yo, let me get an XL.
This is 1989. I'm in front of that car right there.
Fly as fuck.
That's how I was pushing. So when
Yeah.
Sway was telling you the kid been at it for a minute.
That was an 89, kid.
Okay, this one I think is Sway.
What size is that?
This I don't remember. See what size this is.
Because
You only told me to bring 4. I didn't know. I'd have brought 20 of them, but y'all done had to buy me
we got
some
to send them
luggage.
back. You
I
have to
send
send them
y'all
back.
something.
Yeah.
Bam.
Damn,
That's
that's a
the
415
This
cover.
is the record he talking about.
Oh, wow.
415. This came out in 1989.
Actually wanted that.
They got the heat.
This came out 89. And you see that big old chain
That-
the
that-
boy in the
that-
middle had on?
Yeah.
That
That
album
was me.
cover is a collector's item. There you go. Man.
That was-
Come on,
And then
man.
let's
What
see.
you got right
Somebody else asked for the 5.0 one, so this is another one for
What size is
what
that?
size is
That's
That's
What size is it?
I can take
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
And then
damn.
Who asked for the one but the don't do it? Oh, was that don't do it?
What
Was that
size
you?
is it? What size is
I
it?
don't know. So this was me. So I had an alter ego. I was Richie Rich and I was Double R.
Double R.
That's double. and this is Richie Rich. So all his songs was positive. Songs like "Don't Do It," you feel me?
We played that earlier.
This one.
What size is that? Is that Tracy's right there?
This
Torch.
is a large.
That's Tracy.
I like an XL.
I can't fit no large.
You fit a large?
I can do a large.
Get it like Mike Muse. You'll wear that, Mike Muse? If you wear that, you got to wear that to one of those.
Hey, they gonna know what time it
Yeah.
is.
I got you. It's gonna be fun.
Yo, these are amazing. If you could get the gear,
Thank
if
you
you're
for
going
bringing-
even.
No, you can get the gear at www.doubleworldwide. I'm double. It's DUBBLE. You feel me? I had that lyric
Double.
to say, it's not. It's double like bubble gum.
Okay.
So it's the DUBBL. Don't mix me up with CL. Coming up out the O and fool. I'm balling like Spreewell. That was the line.
that's
You remember
okay.
that one? So it's DUBBLE. So it's
The trail spree will, by the way.
DUBBLE worldwide.com for all the merch.
Okay.
And once again, the record is out on Even.biz. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's that you brought? You want to talk about that later?
Yeah.
Okay,
That
all right.
slid out the bag.
Okay. What song we got, DB?
Wires and Vogues.
Tell me about Wires and Vogues as we end this. First of all, Rich, I want to say, man, it's an absolute honor.
Yeah.
Brother, it's an honor.
Can I spray some WD-40 on you right quick?
Sure. Yeah.
I called Sway and said, Sway, I just dropped a record. I know it's the holiday season. I need to get down there and get with you. Sway said, when you coming? You coming today? I said, I'm in Oakland, bro. He said, you want to come tomorrow? I said, can I come next week? He said, let me look at my calendar. Yep, you can come next week. Told me you was going to get me in. You told me when I seen you at the Tupac thing, you said, Rich, my house is your house. Whenever you need me. I know everybody gone for the holidays, but the real people still work.
Come on.
You hear me? The real
Come
people
on.
still
That's
work.
what we do, man.
That's what we do. I appreciate y'all.
Man.
Heather, I appreciate you. And what you brought to the game. Don't act like you. I know what you do with one of them things. I know what you do with that
She
microphone.
pushed the mic away. Don't push it away, Heather. They all know. Heather.
No, he
Damn.
gave me the biggest hug in the lobby earlier. Thank you so much, and the kind words that you said as well.
I appreciate you, Queen. That's good.
Thank
That's
you
what's
too.
up. You catch that guy on Good Morning America. Everybody on his team is a superhero. You probably seen him.
Yeah, no, when you just said that, I looked, I said, that's
Mike
the
Muse. Yeah.
from the TV.
Yeah. Here first, then TV. This is family right here. He out in the world.
Yeah.
You could catch her all over the internet, hosting, and got her own platforms as well.
Balling. I'm in here with the baller.
These are the ventures. He played a beat he made for Common yesterday, and Common freestyled on it. DB.
Come on, DB.
You know, come on, Torch performing at the event you coming
this
to
is
Friday. That's Torch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Torch handle business too. Hey, Rich, I said send it in the email. Yeah, Torch handle business. They gave me the right now. When I looked at the text, I said, Torch. I was like, this nigga, he's fiery. I met the young man in the lobby.
Tyler, he's a DJ
Who's
as
the
well.
man that know all the words to the LaRussell joint?
That's Lonnie Light.
Lonnie Light,
Kalani,
okay.
he'll be performing as well.
That's dope. And my man right here on the camera.
Drew, he's a video extraordinaire, man. He gets busy.
Hey.
You'll see what he does with these clips
Man.
and with your freestyle.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a bet.
And DB, of course,
DB,
man.
that's
and,
what's
and
up,
then
man.
you got Kelly Kincaid hooking you up with platforms you're going to
man,
visit.
come on,
We
shout
did
out-
that in one day.
Shout out Kelly too. Hey, she been lining it up, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. Like I say, I'm digging back up from,
Yeah.
and it feels good like this. You feel me?
Yeah,
Because
feels
it's direct to
great.
it's direct to source.
I'm happy
feel me?
for you, man.
It's direct to source, man. I'm happy for you and happy for me too.
Come on, let's get it, man. And we got more to do, Rich.
Let's do it.
Tell us about this song. This is on the album. We want y'all to all get it on Even.biz. The album is called
Wires and Vogues. Oh, the album is called Richard.
Richard, and the song is
The song is Wires and Vogues. Check it out. It's a bluesy type track where I just get across. I just like rapping off beats, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Song called Wires and Vogues off the album Richard, available now on Even.biz.
and they can reach you on social media at
I'm at The Real Richie Rich, and that's always spelled THAREALRICHIERICH. The Real Richie Rich.
and we're gonna leave y'all on this note right here.